Hey guys, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, that sounded pretty good. Oh my goodness, should we go outside today?
Yeah.
Yeah, you think we should go outside? How's the weather?
Sunny.
Really? Yeah, you guys can't see. You can't see from where you're sitting, but yeah, look at that. It's cloudy, it's windy. What season is it? Is it winter?
Nope.
Is it spring?
Nope.
What is it?
Fall.
Fallen, exactly. This is what I call fallen. All the snows have fallen, all the snow has fallen, all the leaves have fallen, and they're all gone. But where is spring? Where is spring? Actually, if you look, if you pay close attention, there's actually a tree over there that has some blossoms on it. So there are very tiny little signs of spring. But look, even there, dirty little pile of snow. That's the last sign of winter. And over there is the first sign of spring. Can we do a story time?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I love it when you say yes, sir. It's super, super cool. Look at that. Look at that. Tomatoes. Tomato plants. Hopefully those are going to turn into tomatoes. Okay, thanks a lot. You can grab a seat. You can grab a seat. And let's see if we can get the camera. This is going to be our tripod. The Parasaurolophus tripod is going to be, that's what's going to keep our camera from falling over. There we go. There we go. There we go. Hello, hello, Parasaurolophus. Everybody say Parasaurolophus. Yeah, that's what it sounds like, right? Parasaurolophus. Parasaurolophus is a hadrosaur dinosaur, which means it's a duck-billed dinosaur. It's got a mouth like a duck, and this posture is completely whack. Everyone say whack.
Whack.
That means not good. It's not good. Did dinosaurs stand like that?
No.
If they stood like that, they'd be pulling their tails around like a really fat tourist in an airport with a big fat suitcase. It would not work out very well. You'd not get anywhere if you walked around like that. But anyway, everyone say, Joshua, don't ramble. Don't ramble. Okay. I think that's gonna work. I think that'll work for our story time. There we go. Perfect. Okay, here we go. Guys, can we do a story time?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. What's this book? What is this book that I brought? Have a look. Am I in the way? Here, let's read it. Who can read this?
Me.
Okay, go for it.
One Halloween night.
One Halloween night. Yeah, let's read. I want to read a Halloween book. And it's April. It's like April 23rd, 22nd today.
No.
It's like everywhere else in Japan right now, it's like 20, I don't know, 25, 26 degrees. It's like summer weather. But here in Hokkaido, it's like 3 degrees outside. It's like there was actually a little bit of snow. There's a little bit of snow when I came on my bicycle. Little flakes of snow were coming down. It was ridiculous. Everyone say ridiculous. That means unbelievable. It was unbelievable. I think we should read a Halloween book because who likes Halloween?
Me.
Why do you like Halloween?
Because it's cool.
Because it is cool. It's super cool. I think it's the coolest day of the year. It's my number one favorite day of the year. If you could have 2 Halloweens in 1 year, would you like to have 2 or just 1?
2.
You'd like to have 2?
Yep.
I don't know. I think I gotta go with just 1. Because if you have 2, then it's less special. Like imagine if you had like, you think 1, just 1. I want to have just 1 because they're too special. But we can have 2 Halloween story times in a year. Instead, like we're doing this in April instead of October. We're gonna read this one Halloween night. And the reason why I love Halloween so much is because of this super special lady right here. Who is that?
It's Mama.
Very good. That's Mama Lou. That's Mama Lou. That's my mummy. Where is she?
In heaven or somewhere.
Yeah, she in heaven or somewhere. That's right. That's right. Well, she's always in my heart. She's in my heart. She's always in my heart. Okay. Yeah. This lady right here is the reason why I love Halloween so much. I love Halloween so much because when I was your age, she would go nutballs, completely nutballs for Halloween. We used to live in a giant character house that we rented from some nuns in Victoria from a church. There was this giant 4-floor house. 1, 2, 3, 4. Giant character house. It could never happen now in the 80s. And we rented this giant character house. And Mama Lou, she would decorate our house in October to make it look like a haunted house. And it was the raddest thing ever. And that's why I love Halloween so much. She made me to love Halloween because she loved Halloween, so I love Halloween, which is why you love Halloween, right? Okay, so can we start this?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody say, Joshua, get to the point. Okay, that's my problem. I never get to the point fast enough. There we go. Let's make sure that we can see this on camera, okay? There we go. One Halloween night. One Halloween night. Look at that. Super cute black cat. I used to have a black cat. I used to have a black cat named Disco. And she was really fat. She was really fat. You like cats? I love cats. You have 2 cats? You have 2 cats at home. That's awesome. Who else has cats? Does anybody else have cats? What about doggies? Does anybody have a doggy? I know you have a doggy, and sometimes you're kind of mean to your doggy. You got to be super nice to your doggy. Okay, here we go. On Halloween, Wendell, Floyd, and Mona were walking home from school when a black cat crossed their path. "Don't pet it, Floyd!" cried Wendell. "Don't you know that black cats are bad luck?" "Ah, that's just an old wives' tale," Mona said. "Besides, what could happen?" Wendell merely shook his head. "Anything can happen on Halloween." In fact, something did happen as soon as they got home. First, Wendell discovered that his mad scientist costume had turned pink in the wash. This is definitely a bad sign, he thought. Then Floyd found out that he had to take his sister Alice trick-or-treating with him. "Pirates don't have little sisters," he complained. Worst of all, Mona's mother insisted that she go out dressed as a fairy princess. "I look ridiculous," Mona protested. "Nonsense," said her mother, and handed her a magic wand. No thanks. They all felt gloomy that evening as they set out trick-or-treating and hoped that no one they knew would see them. They feel like dorks. Everyone say dorks. They feel like dorks. They don't feel cool at all. They don't feel cool. Guys, do you remember how cool we were at Sapporo Station last Halloween? Everybody dressed up as, not everybody, but all the boys as Jedi. And we had Darth Vader. We had Mononoke. We had Princess Mononoke. We were crazy. We were on the news. We were on the news 2 years before that because of our Halloween costumes, because we're so crazy looking. Oh my God! Oh my goodness! This is a super scary clown. But their troubles. Wait a minute. Did I skip a page here? Everyone say, Joshua, don't skip a page.
No.
I didn't skip a page. Okay, what's going on here? There's a clown here. This is confusing me. Why is there suddenly a clown? Okay. But their troubles were far from over. At some houses, they were surprised with tricks instead of treats. Oh, I get it. See, this clown, he's not giving them treats, he's giving them tricks, because these guys, they'll go to a house and they'll go trick or treat. Everyone say trick or treat.
Trick or treat.
So trick means when you go trick or treating and you go to somebody's house, right? And you go knock, 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 and you go trick or treat. It's kind of a threat, actually. It's kind of a threat because you're saying, do you want a trick or do you want a treat? And the trick means you're going to do some kind of trickster. Like maybe you're going to toilet paper their house. Like maybe you're going to throw toilet paper all over their front yard or something. Or maybe you're going to steal their jack-o'-lantern. That would be a trick. So you come and you say, trick or treat. And it's kind of like a veiled threat to the person that you're trick or treating to. And they've got to choose treat. Because what you want is you want them to give you a treat, right? But look at this guy. Funny it-looking clown. He looks like Pennywise. Total Pennywise-looking clown here. He did a trick. And look at that. He's got these snakes have jumped out of here and freaked these guys right out. Okay, moving on. Here we go. Look at that. This book's kind of beat up, but it's okay. It's really beautiful. I love the art. At other houses, the treats were weird or awful. Soon their bags were full of candy with names like broccoli chews, sweet and sauerkraut, eggplant fizzlers. I can't believe this is happening, Wendell grumbled. Look at that, right there. Eggplant fizzlers. Where's the broccoli chew? Is that the broccoli chew? Sweet and sauerkraut. And this has got to be the broccoli chew. That's disgusting. Does that candy look yummy? Who wants to eat broccoli chew? No way. Nobody wants to eat broccoli chew. No thanks. Okay. At that moment, a screech of laughter came from down the block. Floyd peered through his spyglass and groaned, "It's Leona Fleabish and her nasty friends." "Not them," Mona squeaked. "They're the worst. We'd better run for it," cried Wendell. Look at that. Check this out. Can you guys see this? There's like a little something. There's like a little critter hiding under that rock. I wonder what it is. Do you think it's a cat? I have no idea what that is. You think it's a bat? Yeah, it could be a bat. Bats would hide in a place like that. That totally bats. And look, there's an owl up there. That's super cool. Floyd led them down a hidden path through the woods behind the old Dreidel house. That's the Dreidel house. But soon, Leona's jeering voice rang out, "We see you! You can't hide!" The chase was on. Oh man, they're running for it. They're getting chased, hey? I've never read this book ever. I've never even seen this book before. I just saw the cover and I was like, Halloween, let's go. This is actually very interesting. This has got to be this Leona person who's super aggressive, right? Let's find out. Finally, out of breath, they tried to slip behind some trash cans at the end of a narrow alley. But Floyd ducked a moment too late, and Alice's rabbit ears gave them away. Leona, where's Leona? That's Leona. Leona squealed with delight. "Yo-ho-ho! I see something funny. It's Pirate Floyd and his baby bunny." The witches roared with laughter and slapped each other on the back. They're a mutual back-patting society is what they are. They're slapping each other on the back. They think they're super funny. They're really just aggressive. They're bullies. Everyone say bullies. That's when there's like a big kid who's nasty and mean to you. You guys haven't gone to elementary school yet, but when you go to, you know what? One of you is going to elementary school. You may discover that there are bullies. Everyone say bully. Bully is someone who's usually bigger, not always, but usually bigger than you, and they're mean. And they'll be like, give me your jelly. They'll say something like that, like, "Give me your jelly or I'm gonna step on your toe." They'll say something like that. That's what a bully is. And this Leona character, where is she at? I think that's her. I think that's Leona. She's a bully. Everyone say bully. Right? Like a bull. Everyone say bull. That's a boy cow. Like a cow with the horns, that's a boy, is called a bull. and they like charge into everything. So that's why we call a bully, because they're like a bull. They just push everybody around, right? Floyd, this is Floyd. Floyd winced, but as he drew his saber, his face lit up with a pirate's grin. First, he kept the witches at bay so his friends could carry little Alice to safety. Then, growling like a movie pirate, arr, he swung out of reach on an overhanging tree limb, turned a quick flip, and somersaulted backwards over the fence. Look at this. He's doing a full-on Matrix. He's doing a Matrix. Look at that. He's Neo. He's doing a Neo. That's like not even... guys, have you seen Pirates of the Caribbean? Pirates of the Caribbean? Johnny Depp? Disney movie? Pirates of the Caribbean? Johnny Depp doesn't even do like that. This is like a full-on Matrix. This is like a Neo. This is like a Neo. I'm going to show you guys the Matrix one day. One day when you get older. It's not exactly like preschool friendly, but it is super cool. I didn't know you could do that, Mona said. Floyd looked surprised. Neither did I. Come on, shouted Wendell. They're right behind us. They ran until they found themselves in an even stranger part of town. Do you guys know? Whoops, there goes the book. Do you guys know what this is? What is this? No idea. No idea. This is a cemetery. Everyone say cemetery. A cemetery is when people go to heaven, when people die, in Western countries, not in Japan, but in Western countries, people get buried in boxes in the ground in a place called a cemetery. And that's what this is. It's a cemetery. Everyone say cemetery. Yeah, full of dead people. Oh, I see dead people, right? Super scary. Do you see any animals in here? What's that? Does it look like an owl? It looks like an owl, but it's got a pink head with no feathers on it, and that's a vulture. Everyone say vulture. Yeah, that's a bird that eats dead things, right? That's a bird that eats dead things. When you see a vulture, you know dead things are around. That's why there's a vulture there. It's telling us, it's a subtle hint, and look at this, not so subtle. There's dead things around because this is a cemetery. Everyone say cemetery. Very good. Okay, let's turn it. Moving on. Oh, bananas, they're back again. They're getting completely harassed. Everybody say harassed. Like these witches girls, these bully girls, they're not giving up. They're just totally tailing these guys. Actually, the witches didn't mind the graveyard at all. We see you, Wendell, Leona cried. What's wrong with Wendell? Let me think. He must be mad because he's dressed in pink. Oh, she's totally torturing him, right? She's totally torturing him. The witches shrieked and hooted, laughing so hard that they nearly cried. They're laughing kind of like Annoying Orange. Does everybody remember Annoying Orange? That's how Annoying Orange laughs. Hey apple, like that. Sounds like that. Okay, moving on. Look at this. They're loving it. They're loving tormenting. Say tormenting. Now these witches, they're tormenting Wendell and Mona. And what's going on here? What's happened to these guys? Any ideas?
Me.
Okay, go ahead. What happened?
It's like tormenting you.
They're like Invisible Man. Say Invisible Man.
Invisible.
That's what you're trying to say is Invisible Man, right? Yeah, they're turning invisible. Let's find out. Why are they turning invisible? Oh, and there you go. There's your owl. Now that's an owl. That's not a vulture. That's an owl. For a moment, Wendell's face turned as pink as his smock. But then an idea began to brew. Look, he's brewing something right there. He reached into his mad scientist's kit and started mixing potions. Drink this, he told his friends. it will make us invisible. At the word invisible, the witches roared even louder. But their laughter turned to puzzled yelps when Wendell, Floyd, Mona, and Alice suddenly disappeared. Guys, you know, when I was your age, you know what I loved to do? Mix potions. I used to love doing exactly this. I used to take cups. I'd take like plastic cups, and I'd get like orange juice, and then I'd go, oh, I got some orange juice, and then I'd like get some dirt from like a plant, and I'd drop the dirt into the orange juice, and I'd mix it up, and then I'd find whatever nonsense I could, and I'd drop it into the cup, and I'd go, it's a potion. It's a potion. Everyone say potion. Like a magic potion. I thought I could do magic with it. You know what I never did though with that magic potion? Like if I took orange juice and then dropped some dirt in it and then like drop some other stuff in it. You know what I never would do? Drink it. See, these guys, they drank that potion. I think that's what they're saying here is they drank the magic potion and it turned them invisible. If you guys ever actually do make a magic potion, you know what you don't do? Don't drink it. Everyone say, don't drink it! Yeah, that's just for story time. That's just for in the books and the movies. Don't actually drink any potions. That's like rule number 1. By the time the potion wore off, see, it wore off. They're not invisible anymore. By the time the potion wore off, the children were several blocks away. Everywhere they turned, haunted houses creaked and moaned. I've got a bad feeling about this. Oh, total Star Wars. He just did a Han Solo. He said, I've got a bad feeling about this. That's like the total Star Wars line, right? That's what Han Solo always says. I got a bad feeling about this, said Floyd. Can you make us invisible again? Asked Mona. Wendell nodded, but when he opened his mad scientist's kit, it was empty. And suddenly, the witches were approaching. There they are. Does everybody see the witches? They're coming back again. Oh, bananas. This is bad news. Bad news. And look, there's a vulture again, so you know there's going to be some dead things around. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. This is bad news indeed. Ah, look at them. They're laughing again. But before they could decide what to do, the witches were upon them. Leona cackled even louder. Just look over there. You'll see something scary. It's Tinkerbell Mona dressed up like a fairy. Oh, bananas. Yeah. Tinkerbell. Like Tinkerbell. But Tinkerbell in Peter, that's what we did, the play, right? For our Hop Yokai, for our year-end recital, like last month, we did Peter Pan. But Tinkerbell was not dressed up like that. The witches squealed and guffawed. They snorted and wheezed and rolled on the ground. Mona waited until the laughter died down. Then her eyes flashed, and suddenly, so did her magic wand. Oh, what is this business? Can she use magic? Do you think she can actually use magic?
Yep. Yeah.
I think so. It looks like there's some magic going on here. Now I've got a poem for you, she said, and pointed the wand straight at them. Hibbity bibbity bobbity bode. Leona Fleabish, you're a toad. Oh my goodness. Do you think she's actually going to turn into a toad? Do you know what a toad is? You don't know?
I know.
A toad is an ugly, bumpy frog. It's an ugly, bumpy frog. Do you think she can turn? Do you think Mona can turn Leona? Which one is Leona? I think this one is Leona right here. I'm gonna say that's Leona. They all kind of look the same, don't they? Do you think that Mona could turn Leona into a toad? Do you think so?
Yeah.
Let's find out. We gotta hurry up. We're running out of time here. It's supposed to be 15 minutes, and we're already 24 minutes in. Everybody say, Joshua, hurry up! Okay, I'm doing my best here. Look, something's going on. Look at that. Look at all that mist that's coming out of her wand. It looks like my place when I did the fog thing. Instantly, a bolt of white light shot out from the wand, followed by a clap of thunder. And a great puff of smoke. What is this business? I have no idea. I have no idea. Let's keep it going. Keep it going. The next thing they knew, Wendell, Floyd, Mona, and Alice landed right back on the corner where their evening had begun. There wasn't a witch in sight, and their bags were filled with wonderful, ordinary candy. Wendell stared at Mona's wand. How did you do that? She just shrugged. You said anything can happen on Halloween. Oh, I love that. That's completely right. Anything can happen on Halloween because it's the most magic day of the year, right? Right? I'm gonna move that over a little bit. There we go. Most magic day of the year. Look at that. Look at that. It looks like me and Kaze after we've gone trick or treating in Canada. We'd have all this candy and loot. We call it loot. Everyone say loot. Like that's what pirates do. Pirates will like attack a ship, and what all the gold and diamonds and rubies and jewels and good stuff that they get is called loot. Everyone say loot. That's the loot right there. Their candy and their chocolate. Did they get any potato chips? That's what I'd be going after, is the potato chips. And look at that. They got hot chocolate. How cool is that? They got hot chocolate. And look, they got a fire going. Somebody say, hey, Mona, be careful.
Hey, Mona, be careful.
Your fairy wings are like right by the fire. It looks like they're on fire. That's a total fire hazard. Later, they sat in Floyd's living room, sorting their candy and sipping their cocoa. You know, Floyd, said Wendell, you make a pretty good pirate. Thanks, you're a good mad scientist too, even if you are pink. But Mona was the best of all. She smiled. I guess being a fairy princess was okay. Still, I'm sort of glad it's over. Now we can all get back to normal. Is that the end? Oh, please don't be the end. Look at that! After a while, Leona Fleabish even stopped being a toad. Look at that! They did it! They actually turned her. Look at that. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? Look at that. Mona actually succeeded in turning Leona into a toad. That's a toad. That's what a toad looks like. An ugly, bumpy frog. Oh, that's awesome. That is just amazing. I have never read this book before, and this is exactly why Mama Lou made me love Halloween, was for stories like that. That was absolutely. Did you guys like that?
Maybe
That's the honey.
Mona's gonna fight her.
Maybe Mona's gonna fight. Maybe Mona is gonna fight Leona, because that's Leona, right? That's Leona. What, you think they're gonna fight?
That's the honey.
I think I don't know. You know what? I think Leona would stay well away from Mona. I don't think Leona will try bullying Mona anymore, because she got turned into a toad. Do you guys want to be a toad?
No.
No thanks. No thanks. Nobody's gonna want to hang out with you if you look like that.
Still, it doesn't change.
Yeah. She hasn't changed. She hasn't changed. I think she's stuck like that for a little while. It'll probably wear off in the morning. Like probably by morning she'll turn back to normal. Did you guys like that story?
Yeah.
I think that was wonderful. Yeah, it was just funny. Was it scary?
No.
Say no, it wasn't.
No.
It was just funny. I thought it was wonderful. I thought that was a wonderful story. Okay, everybody, clap, clap, clap. Say thank you. Yay, good stuff. Okay, everybody, say see you later, alligator.
Yeah.
Okay.